Hello, Jim Stroud here, reporting for Tribe TV. Let me begin by telling you something you already know. The political divide in the United States is becoming more apparent in the workplace. Check out these headlines. 250 Microsoft employees call on CEO to cancel police contracts and support defunding Seattle Police Department. 1,000 plus Googlers protested working with federal immigration agencies, claiming those agencies are committing human rights violations. And Wayfair employees walk out after company sales to migrant children holding facility. And this wave of employee activism is sure to increase. Why? In the USA, we are in the middle of an election season, resulting in the public being inundated with political ads of all sorts. Most notably, the focus of the advertising this round is the abortion rights debate. In light of the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, which does not make abortion illegal, but leaves the decision to individual state governments, politicians have been quick to label their opponents as unreasonable demagogues. But in their haste to support the latest, they are overlooking the long-term ramifications to their employer brand. Check out these stats from a recent Randstad US survey. 58% of respondents would not interview at companies that publicly promoted political beliefs they did not support. Conversely, 46% of employees say it's important for them to work for employers that take stands on controversial political issues. Ooh, quite a conundrum, isn't it? Taking a public stance on abortion rights would attract some candidates to apply for work at your company, but at the same time, it would also discourage candidates from applying to your company. But here's the thing. Which of those candidates would have been the most qualified, available, and affordable for the role you're trying to fill? How could you possibly know? Maybe, just maybe the best solution for your company is to remain neutral on social justice issues, especially the more controversial ones. But how do you remain impartial when your employees demand you support their social and political values? In today's case, abortion rights. Well, you could look at the example of Amazon. Amazon will pay up to $4,000 in travel expenses for abortions and other non-life-threatening medical procedures. The benefit applies if the medical care is not available within 100 miles of an employee's home. Simultaneously, they offer infertility treatment coverage, infertility treatment specialists, and personalized support from a patient care advocate. Apple, via its health insurance provider, will cover travel and medical costs of employees who want to get an abortion. They also offer $20,000 worth of fertility treatments. And Starbucks will pay travel expenses for U.S. employees to get an abortion or gender confirmation procedures if those services aren't available within 100 miles of a worker's home. The benefit will also be available to dependents of employees enrolled in its healthcare coverage. Starbucks also offers up to $10,000 per adoption, surrogacy, or artificial insemination, and a $20,000 IVF benefit to all employees. Of course, not every company has the budget to support such perks. In those cases, you may want to consider a healthcare savings account. Companies contribute a certain amount, leaving the employees to spend on medical expenses as they see fit. This puts the choice of medical procedures at the discretion of the employee and not the employer. Today, abortion rights are the focus. Yesterday, it was Black Lives Matter. In the future, it will be, fill in the blank. When the next social justice issue starts to make headlines and your company is running to show its support, take a moment, just a moment, breathe, and then ask yourself the following questions. Is this social issue in line with the values of your company? If so, was the company supporting it prior to the issue making headlines? If not, why not? How will your company support this issue in the long term, well after the headlines disappear? Does the company support other issues that seem to conflict with this one? If so, how will your company resolve the inconsistencies? And finally, is there any proof that in the past your company has acted in the opposite way of what you now purport to champion? If so, are you prepared to denounce them? The bottom line for all this is that your company should know its values well enough to articulate them, believe in them enough for your workers to follow them, and stand by them enough to inspire your workers. A company cannot do that if they are so easily swayed by the latest outrage. Standing up for what you believe in is indeed the right thing to do. So do it. Just do it wisely.